Alright, let's continue our progress. I did make a point to heal the team up. Still a little salty about that 500 EXP I left on the table for Mona when it was completely avoidable, but whatever. Just believe in your heart that in time we will make that up. So Morgana wants us to head down a platform. There would be no meaning to having a map for this place. The layout changes every time you enter.
For real?
Because it's randomized. Our destination be pretty close. Now we can head straight there, but if I'm not mistaken, see, it's that way. It's the place on the map that says down, but I will take this opportunity to kill some more shadows. Hopefully the battle gameplay's not too dull and boring. We don't have a lot of opportunities to gain EXP in my playthrough, so let's maximize this opportunity.
It's almost scary how good I am. Okay, guys, let's do it.
There we are. A couple of 10 class. That's another advantage of doing these fights.
All right.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Get plenty of items for crafting later without having to buy them. Alright, turn around so I can get the jump on you. Thank you.
Now's our chance to strike. Go!
Well, we just win with Rush.
That was incredible, Skull.
We're decently strong.
Nice work, team.
But these shadows are obviously, for the most part, they're rehashes of the ones that were in the Kamoshida Palace.
Easy, huh?
And shadow encounters will vary a little bit in Mementos. Sometimes they're reused from palaces.
Two weaklings.
That way, if there were a shadow that you did not successfully recruit in the other world, you can get it inside of Mementos, no problem. However, there are shadows that will be unique to Mementos. You will not encounter them inside of palaces, so you can recruit them here.
Okay.
Or obviously fuse them inside of the Velvet Room. Speaking of which, there is an entrance to the Velvet Room, of course, at the start of Mementos on the top platform. As you would expect there to be. Alright, one more guy left. Make sure we win with this attack.
All enemies defeated. Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
It's nice.
A spectacular victory.
Better sell some more EXP and some more money.
Okay. Ha! Piece of cake.
Okay, also, since we're done killing the remaining shadows that reprocced in the area, instead of going all the way to the part where the platform is to go down, you can just hit... Okay, never mind. You can't do it yet. The game wants you to do it manually. Later, then you can just open up the quick menu with R1 and it'll give you the option of like move down an area or move up an area. You can move down as long as you've found the platform that goes down.
Huh? Hey!
Yep, there are totally trains running. This is a subway. But it's a palace, sort of.
No.
So it's a cognitive train? It should be fun that we're on the tracks. He thinks.
Let's go.
Let's head down an area. Nope, still can't quick pick it. Just gotta do it manually the old-fashioned way. And all the paths have weird names, which is also incredibly Tartarus-like. So this is the end of the area. It's kind of creepy. It's like a big, ominous door. Not an ordinary wall. It should open up. A new area has been confirmed in the depths, updating guidance information, says the Metaverse Navigator.
Nice.
So when Morgana came here by himself, he couldn't get past that wall. Morgana's been trying to get into the deepest part of Mementos for quite some time, without any luck. If you recall, I think the second time we encountered Morgana in the metaverse in Kamoshida's palace, back when it was just us and Ryuji. That day we went back and Morgana agreed to sort of help us out and show us the ropes of the metaverse. At the end of it, he was like, "You're already part of my plan. We have to delve deep into Mementos, blah 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 blah."
No.
And Ryuji was like, "Whoa, we never agreed to do anything for you. See you later, cat." And we left. So that was kind of the hint that this is what Morgana's been trying to accomplish all along. And I guess part of that was also investigating some palaces as well, and trying to find the answers of how to get deeper into Mementos, where he thinks the answer to his sort of identity crisis is, because he thinks he's probably human and not really a cat.
Mementos, huh? Still don't really get that place. Oh, and what was that wall thing we saw at the end?
I'm not entirely sure, but it blocked us from going in past a certain depth. If Mementos is the public's palace, though, it might be affected by the general public's belief in us.
Why do you know so much about it, Morgana?
My memories are a little foggy in that regard. However, I need to know what lies in the depths of Mementos, no matter what.
No matter what?
Mementos is not just everyone's palace. It's the source of all palaces. It used to be that palaces like Kamoshida's with one ruler simply didn't exist. So if we can do something about the greatest cause of distortions, I'm certain my appearance will...
You wanted someone to save you, too.
I just needed pawns.
I see. So that's why you came poking your nose around with us.
I'll help you. I hope you can regain what you've lost.
I'll be relying on you guys.
By the way, Morgana, are you a boy? Or might you be a girl?
I'm glad that they addressed this a little bit, because it was ambiguous before release. I think even like the wording when I talked about that interview with Hoshino last episode that he had in the Persona magazine in late last winter. I think even then he was like kind of leaving it unclear. I don't know why that is. I should probably talk to someone a little bit more versed in the Japanese version than I am about how clear the pronouns are. I don't really get it, but Morgana would appear to be a guy. Although, I mean, you'll see what happens after this response. I'm gonna call him a car.
That is a possibility.
I wish I could deny it, but I just can't be sure.
Why not? In any case, of course I'm male.
See?
I mean,
What is it?
No, it's nothing.
Exactly.
We're done talking about that.
Why is that so weird and open-ended?
Anyway,
Whatever.
we now know that we can perform minor changes of heart in Mementos. If we come across any eye-catching leads, it may be worth dealing with them for a bit of combat practice.
There weren't any other outstanding ones, though.
I bet we'll get tons of them if we can change someone famous and make the Phantom Thieves well known. The big fish are our main targets, after all.
First, you need to find a way to get through your exams.
I gotta study.
You can now go to Mementos. And of course, part of Morgana's identity as male is tied to his persona Zoro. Zoro's, as you've seen, is like, you know, a big towering persona, very masculine and manly, which sort of ties in with Morgana's wish to hopefully be human and kind of view himself as bigger than he is. He doesn't like being called a cat, he doesn't like being the short one, so Zoro's this big tough guy. This is where you will change the hearts of petty criminals who do not have their own palaces. For now, be patient until the next target appears. Alright, so we can find several targets like that Nakanohara guy. We're trying to help people not get famous. But if people don't know who we are, how are we going to give them any courage? That's a decent point. See? I don't think that you're necessarily wrong. But should we really be doing this at all if we don't have a reason like with Kamoshida? You mean we shouldn't be sticking our noses in other people's business? I don't know, man. If someone's in trouble, it's only natural to want to help them out. I mean, I agree with that, and I guess I was glad we were able to solve the stalker case. Plus, what good are our personas if we don't use them for good? Don't you agree, Akira? I just want to help people. Which I think is how the hero would respond. He is, from his very beginning with his past, in terms of how he ended up getting himself arrested. All he's ever wanted is to help people in trouble. We don't got much time to be arguing over this either. That Madarame guy bothers me, that we heard about from the Stalker's shadow. Yeah, but no getting carried away, you understand? And don't do anything to stand out, like fail all your exams. Ah crap, speaking of that, I haven't studied at all. If anything, if you all of a sudden pass him, that would make him stand out even more. So I suppose we can talk to Morgana more about mementos, which I've never done. What would you have to say in this situation?
Hey!
See, we get like a little menu here to pick up more information. So what exactly is mementos? It's the collective palace of the general public. Deep inside each and every human's mind is an obscured thought process known as the unconscious. These thought processes then meld together and form what I like to call the collective unconscious, or what psychologist Carl Jung like to call it, because that's where Persona gets its inspiration a little bit. In other words, mementos is a shared cognitive world created by the joint distortions of society as a whole. You can just think of it as the big palace, made from everyone's hearts, though. How did that barrier open up? I would bet it was because of the shift in public opinion caused by Kamoshida's change of heart. Those kinds of big changes in the tide will surely have an impact on what goes on in mementos. In other words, we might be able to get even further in if we can rouse up more public acknowledgement. We'll need to take down another target in order for that to happen, though. So that's video game talk for as you get more public popularity, which is easily measured by the little percentage meter that shows up on the fan site thing, then you will get more access to mementos. And the logic is that as the Phantom Thieves get more public recognition, it changes their cognitive association with the general public, and thus you can get deeper into mementos, which is the palace for the general public. So why is Morgana so interested in mementos? I have a feeling that something deep within that place has caused me to take my current form. That's why I'm so invested in reaching the depths of mementos. If we can figure out the cause of my distorted form, I should be able to go back to normal, I think. Either way, I'll be counting on you guys to help me out. I know all I need to know. It's important to note that both mementos and the palaces are affected by real-world happenings. Weather's a great example of that. Actually, that is not a good example of that, because there is a weather system in the game which can somewhat affect mementos, Persona 4 had a similar thing, I think, in regards to rainy days and the effect it may have had in the game's dungeons. But in this game, the weather effects seem to only affect shadows inside of mementos and not those in palaces. So, I mean, weather affects your mood, doesn't it? Same goes for mementos. You should try heading in on a day with bad weather. That's good advice. I'll explain in more detail then. Yeah, there are several weather effects that will change mementos somewhat. So, a program talking about the artist Madarame. I'm going to start hearing a whole lot more about Madarame in the near future. So, let's go to bed.
Well then.
Make Morgana happy and go to bed. At least it makes sense here, since we were in the metaverse in the afternoon. Message from Mishima. Hey, I saw in the forum, nice job sticking it to that stalker. My Phantom Aficionado website came in handy, didn't it? What are you talking about? Playing dumb. It's okay, you don't have to say it. I know deep down in my heart that it was useful. Anyway, I'm in Shibuya right now. I'd love if you could come hear me out about your future actions. I'll be waiting at the diner in Shibuya. You gotta swing by. What is he up to? So why not go see what Mishima has in store for us? But in the meantime, Morgana's gonna go into Mementos and not join us. In other words, they probably modeled this scene without Morgana and had to think of an excuse for why he wasn't there. You're gonna see me poke a bunch of holes in this game's, like, actual design. That happens often, though, where Morgana is not present for the bulk of Confidant events. And he'll say something like, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. Let me know when you're done here. He's been working on the fan side all the time. I don't understand. I guess he is our public relations manager now. There's no point taking down bad guys if nobody's gonna know about it. That sounds pretty tough. You're really hyped for this. He really, really is. I don't know how wise that is. Continuing to do things close to school. Mishima seems motivated. The moon rank 2. Advancing Mishima's confidant. Mishima will now give you information on targets and mementos. After making a target have a change of heart, meet with Mishima to deepen the trust between you. He will give you more information on new targets. This is sort of half true. Sometimes, in order to continue advancing Mishima's confidant, you do have to complete a request inside of mementos, but sometimes you don't. It happens maybe, I don't know, 3 times out of his rank ups. So, and this is just off the top of my head, this might not be accurate, but it could be like, you know, you do, well, in fact, I think the way this one works is like, in order to get to rank 3, we're going to have to do the requests he gives us in the near future. But once you do it and you get to rank 3, maybe then you can, without doing anything else, get to rank 4 and then 5, and then he'll give you a new thing, and then you got to do that to get to rank 6. Something along those lines. That's kind of how it works. We could check out the TV for the home shopping network, but that's not what I want to do right now. I want to go back to Shibuya, to the walkway. We have not bought our incredibly expensive kelp juice for the week.
Welcome!
Nasty Ojiru. This one is made with bitter melon. It takes guts to drink this terrifying mixture. Chug it down. Nice chugging. It's gonna give me +1 in guts. Alright. Let's go somewhere else. Whoops. I want to stay in Shibuya and go to the central street. And walk over here. See, there's Mishima. He's right here in Shibuya. His location actually changes throughout the game. As you unlock more locations, he'll go visit those places at night. Alright, let's save. My playtime has been inflated a little bit because between last episode and this one, I had the game running for a little while as I was doing other things. But that's okay. So we're at 14 hours and 33 minutes, and I saved because tonight's a unique event at the Beef Bowl shop. This is going to be one of those busy nights where customers make several orders. And the way this event works is that it's actually completely random every single time. I could reload this and do it as many times, and it could be different every single time. So there's no way to help someone and hold their hand and, you know, write what orders are going to exactly be. So that's why you got to save to make sure you do this correctly. If I work at the Beef Bowl shop, I might develop my proficiency. Let's work here. And excuse me as I climb up and pay attention to make sure I don't screw this up. So a lot of customers just came in. Make sure you memorize all their orders. And there's no way to cheat using the log or anything. You gotta pay attention. 1 medium. Got it. You were a goble. 1 barbecue. Natto. Can you? Oh, you can. Oh, you can totally cheat. I thought you couldn't do this. Beef. Got it. And luckily, it'll do it. You'll have to repeat it in the same order. It won't like throw you off and be like, you know, 3, 1, 2, 4 or something like that. It'll always be in the exact same order. And finally, the beef bowl. Got all 4 of them.
You.
Hey, it's the guy that gives speeches over by the Central Plaza. He noticed my hard work. Employees being overworked is becoming a real problem in the workplace. That's concerning.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Indeed it was the politician that gives speeches. He probably knows our face by now. Maybe we should talk to him in the square sometime.
Good work.
So as you can piece together, that working here is what causes that confidant to become available. Because obviously that politician is going to be one of our
Counting on
confidants.
you.
We got 4,800 yen, which is more than usual because we did such a good job. That's nice. But what's really nice is coming up in a little second here.
Man.
In addition to opening up that confidant. We handled it quite proficiently. And for doing such a good job and getting all those orders right, you get +3 proficiency instead of +2. I am now decent.
All right.
Rank 2.
What?
Huh, this is weird. So this is the first day of the pollen warning, as you can see on the top left, which means there will be some different effects should we head into Mementos today, which we won't do. But if you wanted to, you could see that.
Seems pretty rough.
I've also never heard of wearing goggles to stop allergies. I guess if it's like, you know, red eye allergies, you could do that. I don't know if people do that in Japan. I guess they do. I think a lot of people know about people wearing surgical masks to either prevent yourself from getting sick or prevent other people from getting sick. That's a common thing people know about in Tokyo, at least. Never heard about anyone wearing goggles for allergies, though. What's up?
Right.
An has this feeling that someone's been watching her. That doesn't sound good. So you also get scenes like this for the school, and you can see what students are talking about. They're still talking about the Kamoshida incident and the calling card that was left on the bulletin board. Hey, don't you think the atmosphere at school is kind of different now? You mean with there being no Kamoshida? Yeah, nobody ever talked about him out in the open like this before. Not that the hero would know, he's only been here a month. I wish someone just thanked us for it or something. Either way, everything has worked out for the best. After all, Kamoshida's actually been punished for his crimes. That's victory enough for me. I agree. I wonder what's gonna happen to him now. I mean, he's a famous criminal at this point, right? He's gonna have to deal with people hating him forever. That might be true, but I don't have any sympathy for him. He got what he deserved, for sure.
Now then.
choose our next target carefully. We have a message from Mishima. No surprise? Hey, I have some new info for you. I saw it on the fan site, but I've heard about it at school too. Anyways, there's this guy at school whose bullying has gone too far. I want to help the victim, but that's impossible for me. I went ahead and posted on the forum that the Phantom Thieves are coming for him though. I mean, you already changed the heart of the stalker, right? So this should be a breeze. Piece of cake. I'll go along with what he wants. You're amazing! The bully is a brown-haired guy frequently seen standing out front of the school entrance. And from what I can tell, his name is Daisuke Takanashi. Just make sure nobody knows I told you the name.
Okay.
This is a small case, but he is a target. The bark and bite of a bully. Request received. We can now discuss this at the hideout.
Sup?
So, for here we can go to Mementos. But let's not forget we also have exams right around the corner.
Let's go!
And of course, Ryuji just wants to ignore that. But we do have a target. We had some intel from Mishima.
Alright!
A new category is now available at the hideout. Confirming Mementos request. Check your information on a target by selecting View Requests at the hideout or by pressing the triangle button to review requests in the main menu. Once the information has been confirmed, you can begin by selecting Explore Mementos. Mementos can be explored even without a target, but time will pass as it would in a palace infiltration. Exercise caution when nearing a time limit. So we could do that, we could hold ourselves a meeting, which I don't think is important. I think holding the meeting, the first option, is only for when you're after a big target. We cannot infiltrate a palace, even though it's here on the menu, because we don't know of any palaces at the moment. View requests is the thing where you kind of sum up the Mementos missions that you have, and then finally explore Mementos will take you to Mementos. I'm not going to do any of that today. The game is sort of kind of trying to sucker you into Mementos right now. If you were to go, you'd see the effects of the pollen. But that's not what we're doing.
Huh?
Like I said, you want to min-max your time in Mementos, which means, you know, compile as many requests as you possibly can before heading there. So even though Mishima just gave us this request, it's going to be quite a while before I get around to it. Instead, what we're doing is, I check my persona list. Right, I have my slime, my trusty slime. We're going to, do you have any other messages? No. I'm going to first head around and pick up some items, which I'm going to be needing in the near future, probably. And let's head over to the arcade in Shibuya. There we are. As well as the bathhouse. Whoops. There we go. Bunch of cheap SP items. I don't do a whole lot, but better than nothing. Now I want to go up to my classroom at Shujin. This should be the fastest way of doing this. And save the game. Today we'll spend some more time with Ryuji. So he wants to take me to a spot, huh? This is our new workout spot. Let's hang out with him. It's a gym over in Shibuya.
Wanna get going?
So here in this back alley is Protein Lovers.
This has gotta be it! the way,
Did you bring your stuff? Why, could you mean protein powder?
wanna get going? Whoa!
It's not even morning, it's after school.
For real?
So this is why Ryuji's confidant has a wall built into it, and you can't continue it past when the Kamoshida confession happens. Because certain events later in his confidant reflect Kamoshida confessing and going to jail.
Huh?
Oh, so this new guy is not very trustworthy. You seem conflicted, though. As we thought, this Yamauchi guy, perhaps not very trustworthy. So he's short. Shut up, hero. So he's an asshole. Yeah, basically. But he doesn't teach PE. I feel like my bond with Ryuji is growing deeper. So that's where we're at in his confidant now. We're probably going to be looking into this new guy. Chariot rank 5.
See ya.
Ah, you're back.
Hey!
Morgana thinks we should go look for that politician. I'm inclined to agree. After I check the TV. More about Kamoshida being brought into questioning. Alright. Let's head on over there. So if we go to the station square.
This year is as bad as all the others.
We also got a message from On. What that is an invitation to study together at night. And I think it'll give you like a point in the confidant while also increasing your knowledge. I'll never do that with any of the people that want to hang out like that.
Please consider what I have to say.
Runaway train incidents, mysterious psychotic breakdowns, a school with corrupt teachers. So he's very concerned. The apathy that permeates society is a direct result of negligence by our government and the media.
You.
I am interested. Are you a student? Don't you recognize me?
Hmm?
Ah, there it is. You were working at the beef bowl shop before.
If you'd like.
He wants to change the state of the country. And he could use the power of youth. Can't offer us a job. But we could learn some things if we attend his speeches. I'd be glad to. We've now exchanged contact information. Taranasuke Yoshida. He used to be a member of the Diet. The Diet is the legislative branch of Japan's government. In other words, if this were the States, he'd be a congressman. Or a former one, rather. I don't know too much about
Very well.
Japan's government system, to be completely upfront.
Everyone. However,
So in other words, Yoshida, at this point in his career, is an independent. Washed up.
thank you.
What did I think of his speech? Well, the heckling certainly stood out.
Hmm?
There are times like today when the audience has a difference of opinion. I bet that happens a lot. You have my support.
Thank you. No.
I think I can learn a lot by listening to Yoshida's speeches.
Well then, I shall see you again soon.
Oh, did you think we were gonna get a confidant tonight? Not so fast, son. Not yet. It's the student council president, Makoto Nishima.
That reminds me.
So she was watching me and An and knew that we were coming to school together that one time. That was just like, what, a day or two ago, where we ran into each other in the same spot? I guess you two really click. We are in the same class and do sit right next to each other.
Oh.
That's incredibly threatening. Already saying that she will be keeping an eye on you.
Ahem.
Exams start tomorrow.
Well, shall we begin?
Here's another hyper Japanese question.
Do you know the answer?
The origin of the term magistrate's patronage. Minamoto no Yoshitsune.
This is it.
Correct.
Nice going!
Another point to our knowledge. People prefer the underdog.
Yep.
Which could kind of be applied to the Phantom Thieves. We're supposed to be the underdog.
What are your thoughts?
Exams start tomorrow.
Hey.
Would you like to do some last minute studying? Why, no, I wouldn't. Let's check our messages. Both On and Ryuji have confidant events available today.
I should write something.
Let's see, we're at 15 hours, 5 minutes. Let's head out of the classroom. Let's spend some more time with Ryuji.
Yo. By the way,
That Yamauchi guy he was talking about before. You mean just yesterday? The miniature Dotson. The mini Kamoshida. I don't know where the Dotson reference comes from. It might be a Japanese play on words. So this guy doesn't care about the students. And Ryuji's already heard a rumor about him. He's been going out drinking, and maybe if we heard him while he was drinking, he might slip some info. But for now, we should just train like normal. Oh yes, let's hang out with Ryuji before we end up closing this video out. We can train at my place. There's a beam in my ceiling. we just end up eating ice cream and playing video games all day long.
Whoa!
Drama on the track team.
What?
You guys should trust Nakaoka.
Whoa! Huh?
So does this Yamauchi guy have some sort of grudge against Nakaoka?
Okay. Hey.
More or less. What is it like? Aw. Confess your love, Ryuji. Can you explain that? Huh? I feel like my bond with Ryuji is growing deeper. The Chariot Rank 6 Harrison Recovery. Chance to cure status ailments inflicted upon party members. This is something I believe every party member gets.
All right. Let's go!
You're back.
Hey!
Morgana thinks we should go find Yoshida. Is that who our message is from? No. It's Ryuji wanting to study. So Kamoshida's still in the news. Alright, let's head over to Shibuya. And we will see that Yoshida is still at it, giving speeches. And I'll save right here.
I'll just add this.
5 hours, 15 hours, 14 minutes. And we will pick up in the next part, helping out Yoshida once again with his speech. And then we will officially establish his confidant.